Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
Now, before I start this video, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Easy News on TikTok for this video. I told you so, I told you so, and yes, I told you so. In the past videos that I've done about the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion case, I told you that Tory did not shot Meg. It was Kelsey. Kelsey shot Meg all along. But all these years, y'all want to ridicule Tory Lanez. Now, it's interesting. It's really an interesting situation when they finally, that the lawyer here, who was Kelsey Harris's bodyguard, came to Unite the People and finally admitted that Kelsey did shot Megan Thee Stallion. And the thing of it is that the trial of Tory Lanez was a farce, was a joke. You basically know that Tory Lanez didn't shoot Meg, but yet they found him guilty, and now he's serving 10 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. It is also interesting, they finally coming out 2 days after Tory Lanez has been attacked by one of the Mexican prison gang members. Now, I don't understand why prosecutors want to grant Kelsey immunity throughout that trial. And now all of a sudden, you waited since July of 2020, what was 5 years later. Y'all waited 5 years later to come clean and say Tory did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. 5 years later. This is sick to my stomach now that the criminal justice system is putting this innocent man to prison for 10 years. If I were the Peterson family, I'm talking about Sunstar Peterson and his family, shouts out to them. If I were them, I will file a lawsuit against the LA, against the city of Los Angeles. Also, I will file a lawsuit against the prosecutor, as well as Rock Nation, for all of this, because they're the ones that planned all of this. The DNA already confirmed that Tory Lanez fingerprints wasn't even on the barrel of the gun, as well as the magazine of the gun. They said that the DNA was claimed inconclusive, but both had confirmed that it wasn't Tory's DNA. And they try to sweep that under the rug. And that's why I said this trial of Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez was a complete joke. And y'all been attacking Tory Lanez, all y'all Megan Thee Stallion apologists. Y'all been attacking, putting your fingers on Tory Lanez like ridiculous. It was crazy. Y'all always sworn that Megan Thee Stallion was innocent. Y'all want to protect Megan Thee Stallion. And I told y'all before, this case is a joke. I would give a shout out to DJ Academics. I would give a shout out to Millie from Mob Radio. All of them already told y'all that Tory Lanez didn't shoot Meg. But y'all want to attack them as well. Call them out. And then Megan Thee Stallion want to file a lawsuit against, Millie from Mob Radio because she feared the truth will finally come out. It's funny, 5 years later, that they finally know the truth that Tory did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. 5 years later. And they gave and that's what I'm saying. The prosecutor's office, they need to be sued as well. Give this woman, Kelsey, granted immunity. Because they want to take down Tory. They don't care who really shot Megan Thee Stallion. They want to take down Tory Lanez so badly. Without evidence. And then like that lawyer just said, it's funny that Tory Lanez was the only one that tested fingerprints. Kelsey didn't test no fingerprints. The bodyguard didn't test no fingerprints. And I told y'all before, I knew it. That Tory was trying to protect Kelsey from going to jail. Because they know that if they found out later on it was really Kelsey that got fingerprints, she the one was serving 10 or more years, not Tory. And they know that. So, to me, they waited basically they waited 5 years later for this BS. And this BS of a trial that shouldn't have happened at all. And now it's interesting again, they waited 2 days later after Tory was almost deleted by a Mexican prison gang member. 2 days later. I'm sick in my stomach, guys. I am really sick to my stomach. Because y'all could have had, this situation should have been prevented. And a lot of people try to attack people like Millie from Mob Radio, DJ Academics, and everybody that's in this case, that's in this investigation. Some of y'all even making death threats to Millie from Mob Radio because of in support of Tory Lanez, in support of telling the truth that Tory didn't shot Meg. She's been telling this situation for years. And all of a sudden now, y'all really felt like a jackass. Yes, I said it. Y'all felt like a major jackass. When the bodyguard finally come out and said, no, Tory didn't have anything to do with this. Tory didn't shot Meg. You heard what happened. Kelsey shot Well, really, Kelsey was attempting to shoot Megan 3 times, and then the rest pop. That's really 5 shots total. And so now I am angry because there are some ignorant people out here. They ain't got nothing else better to do but to ridicule Tory Lanez. I see a lot of comments on X when Tory Lanez got attacked by that Mexican prison gang member. On X alone. Y'all want to laugh, saying Tory deserved this. That's karma for Tory. I've been looking everywhere. Listen, I see everything I saw on X about Tory Lanez. And now the truth finally come out. 5 years later, I am appalled by the LA prosecutor's office. I'm appalled. To even you guys give her, talking about Kelsey Harris, aka Kelsey Nicole, giving her granted immunity, while Tory is now serving time for 10 years for a crime he didn't even commit. And as far as Megan Thee Stallion and Rock Nation goes, you guys, you need to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all can go to hell. And I told you before, if I were the Peterson family, I would go ahead and file a lawsuit against Rock Nation, against basically countersue Megan P, aka Megan Thee Stallion. Because if it wasn't for that, Tory shouldn't serve 10 years imprisonment. All because Tory likes, let's just keep it real. All because Tory likes Kylie Jenner. That's what, and vice versa. That's what it's all started. And Megan, drunk ass, she up there want to fight Tory because of it. And Kyrie kicked all of them people out of her house. That's what it all started to fight. And now you're telling me y'all waited 5 years later to, that Tory said that he finally admitted that Tory didn't even shoot Megan Thee Stallion? You guys need to be ashamed of yourselves. All the Megan Thee Stallion's apologists who ridiculed Tory Lanez over the years, all the Megan Thee Stallion apologists who tried to, Tory deserved this. Ha ha ha. See, you Tory, that's karma for Tory for what he did to Megan. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves. As far as Millie from Mob Radio goes, DJ Academics and others, myself included, that supported Tory Lanez throughout all of this, you owe us an apology. You do. You owe Millie, especially you owe Millie from Mob Radio an apology. She's been ridiculed more than anybody else, more than DJ Academics and others. Shame on everybody. It took 5 years that now Tory Lanez has been, has finally been confessing that he didn't do this. 5 years later. This happened on July 12, 2020. And then when the trial happened, y'all put the finger at Tory Lanez, and then Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey walk scot-free. Now I want to see how the prosecutor's office is going to feel now. They felt like a jackass for offering Kelsey Harris, aka Kelsey Nicole, offering her immunity, granted her immunity over what happened with Tory and Megan. And it was Kelsey alone that shot Megan. I'm very angry, guys, and Millie from Mob Radio, as well as DJ Academics, they basically you owe them an apology. I'm talking about all the Megan supporters, all who attacked them over the years. Y'all owe them an apology. And again, keep praying for Tory Lanez. Even though he was in stable condition, but he's still going through the 10 years imprisonment, and then added insult to injury. He was attacked by a Mexican gang inmate. And y'all treated him like he's a joke. Y'all ridiculing him. Y'all attacked him. Y'all disrespect him on social media. Y'all sick, man. Y'all are really, really sick. You better be glad that he's still alive and not, well, you know. Y'all sick. And again, now Megan Thee Stallion, Rock Nation, you guys, you better pray that the Petersons have a heart. Because if I were Sunstar Peterson, you know, Daystar's dad, I will go after Rock Nation. File a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Rock Nation, against Megan Thee Stallion, against Kelsey Harris. Yeah, Kelsey Harris will file a lawsuit too. I will go after every last one of them. Cause you could have had you could have had you know, you could have had Tory Lanez deleted. He would have been deleted if it wasn't for you guys. So that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really pissed off. Let me know what y'all think about this, and stay prayerful for Tory Lanez. Stay prayerful for the Peterson family, because this should have been avoided. It should have been avoided. But y'all want to push that issue, and you know, all the radios, all the blogs, they want Tory Lanez gone, want them sent back to Canada. How do you like them now? Tell me what y'all feel about that now. How you ridicule Tory Lanez, thinking that Tory shot Meg, and then I told y'all, Tory didn't even do this. I even posted on my video Tory did shot Megan Thee Stallion. But it took this attorney right here, from We the People, Kelsey Harris's bodyguard, admitted that Tory didn't do this. Tory didn't shoot Meg. Kelsey did. But yet the LA prosecutor's office gave Kelsey an immunity. This is ridiculous, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.